Hello and welcome to TripAdvisor channel. Here at our channel we are looking for interesting buy opportunities for US-based stocks. Today we'll have a look at TripAdvisor, very famous TripAdvisor web-based server that allows you to find your hotels and trips, etc., etc. Well, this stock is interesting because it's entering some zone where you can have some interesting buys. So to understand where those could be, let's first have a look at the stats and understand where the stock is going and what was its recent past. So after having in June 8 actually reaching the maximum and facing the moving average 200 as the resistance, we see this general downtrend with some volatility here that continued until today. And today we see some interesting indications of possible reversals because we have this almost a hammer up formation on the downtrend, which is quite bullish. So it creates overall positive feeling. Also, if you look at the moving RSI index, it was continuously going down, also going slowly to oversold situation, also creating some pressure upwards. The same goes for MACD, moving average convergence divergence. After having maximum here, it was going down, crossed the zero when we were around moving average 20 at June 14. So there was some volatility. Then the trend continued. Now we're making a wave and looks like we're at the minimum of wave at MACD. So probably we will have another wave going up, dragging the price up. So this also creates still a good feeling, although it not yet confirmed this trend here. On other hand, we have some general trends that were previously declined, and to understand those, let's make a fast draw. Okay, I will choose a thicker line. So there was one fast trend here that was confirmed many times at about 19th of May, at about 26th of May, and then it continued. Actually worked first as support, then as a resist line, and then when we touch moving average 200, it actually created decline. There was a slower moving up trend, this one, that was actually observed and confirmed 2 times, also in decline. And now what we see here is actually kind of also another trend was here that was again tried to retrace the downtrend at about 15th of June, but didn't work, so it pierced down. Now the question is, of course, you can say, well, we have 2 double hammers here. Will they really work like a new beginning of the new trend? Will the price retrace? So what will happen? It still might be tomorrow that we will open positively, because you can see actually very interesting situation here. Although moving average 20, the green line, is seeing some maximum and kind of tending down a little bit, creating a feeling for possible magic cross down when it will hit the moving average 50 from top to down, which is usually considered to be a bearish sign. But the moving average 50 here is not really facing straight up, because if you have moving average 20 going like this and moving average 50 going really high up, then it's a classical magic cross down. But if you have a situation when moving average 20 is going down and moving average 50 is kind of following it also downwards, it's not entirely magic cross down. It's even could be, although it usually causes some decline, but it could be also an indicator for possible actually reverse, and that they will try both to go up. So it's like more indication of deceleration of the downtrend. So usually traders mess up those two. So the first one is actually magic cross down, and the second one is kind of a false cross, you can call it, or like I call it dancing together or dancing of averages, but I don't know if there is even a term for that. But you need to distinguish these 2 patterns clearly. So here it seems like we're going for pattern number 2, because also moving average 50 is reaching the maximum, it's flattening, and then probably will go a little bit down as well. So this creates overall positive feeling for tomorrow, and actually for this week playing it might be positive. So if you are in position or if you bought today, it's maybe wise to wait if you have some funds to average down and still to get to a good position to sit here. But if it will be just a temporary situation and actually it will then kind of decline further by the second half of the week, then it also opens very interesting buying opportunities, and those would be the first buying opportunity will be actually anything below 17, and the second buying box would be anything below let's say 15 you can say. So this will make it 2 boxes to buy, number 1 and number 2. And as I said, the current situation, everything below today's situation, I call it zero area. So you can still buy if you're impatient or you hope for this return. But be careful, keep some funds for average down. And if it will hit further down and face the box 1 or box 2, then yeah, it will be inevitably actually going back then. And the question is when to sell. Well, if it really touches bottom box 1 closer to its bottom, or where it will touch slightly move to bottom 2, then this red line, this level, let's call it level 1 line, will transform from support to resist actually, and it might be the first resist line here. So this would be then the point to consider selling of the stock. Or if the strong downtrend will be observed, for example, for moving averages, they really will go really high up here, then yeah, it's possible also to keep longer and probably see for some possible piercing of the moving averages, which would be maybe, I don't know how likely it would be, we will see on volumes and possible catalyst that will come. But after facing box 1 or 2, it's good buy, and then good to buy, and then this level 1 line is actually very solid profit area. That was it for TripAdvisor. Thank you for listening, and do not forget to subscribe to our channel.